Hovind here in Monroeville, Alabama. It is June the 15th. We're supposed to have a live debate. The guy we're debating with is not ready. He's called in and said he's Nolan Fields is not ready. He's going to call back in a minute when he gets something done. I don't know. According to evolution, though, complicated things happen automatically. Yeah, Steve, it's a little dark on that side. So now to call up my PowerPoint slides, I can do that, but can't see both on the screen at the same time.
I don't see you. No.
Right there?
No.
No. Back to live.
Yes. Right there.
Okay.
Cover the mouse.
I'll cover that with, okay, cool. All this techno stuff. Good. Anyway, for those that'd like to join us, please hang in there. Techno problems, you think it'd get better with evolution. How long computers been around? They should be evolving, all by themselves. All by themselves. Thanks for joining us. I'm the guy who believes the Bible is literally true and scientifically accurate. And the evolution theory being taught in our schools is the dumbest and most dangerous religion in the history of humanity. It really started with Satan in the Garden of Eden when he told Adam and Eve, if you do what I tell you, you eat off that tree, you can be like God. And that's what it all boils down to. It's amazing how many, ran out of wire on that.
No, you're right.
Okay. It's amazing how many religions teach basically the same thing, that you get to become God. That's the whole idea behind the Muslim faith. Yeah, oh yeah, you get to go off and have your own universe and 72 virgins and you get to be God. That's the idea behind the Mormons. Yep, you get to be God.
Facebook, gonna go live on Facebook too.
Gonna go live on Facebook. Okay. Oh, hang on. That's got picture me upside down.
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah.
Okay,
he's gonna get it live on Facebook too. Anyway, I taught high school science and math for 15 years and moved to Pensacola in January 1989. And the neighbor kid said, hey, would you like to take the paper? Paper boy. I said, no, sir, we don't have a parakeet. Only thing I can think the paper is good for these days, line the parakeet cage. And he said, well, if I have an extra, can I throw it in your yard? And I said, sure. So he threw it in the yard once in a while. And we'd only been in town a couple of weeks, and he threw one in the yard. An article was in there that said dinosaur bones were found in Montana from 80 million years ago or something like that. Typical propaganda. So I just thought, I'm new in town. Nobody knows me. I don't know them. But it's just time somebody puts a stop to this insanity. So I wrote my first ever letter to the editor, Pensacola News Journal. And I said, no, these dinosaur bones are not 80 million years old. These are some that drowned in the flood in the days of Noah. The earth is only 6,000 years old. And it was destroyed by a flood. And that's why we have fossils at all, let alone trillions of them found all over the world. And boy, you would have thought I had shot the sacred cow. We are live. No, go ahead.
Just go ahead. You're live there.
Okay, so push the button. So I'm going to have to redo all the intro.
Yeah, I've done the intro yet.
I haven't?
Well, we'll start Facebook when he's ready.
Start Facebook when he's ready for the debate. Okay, he's going to call back, maybe. Unless he backs up. The other guy backed out for today, right?
Yes.
Okay, and there's one tomorrow with Croc or something.
Crocodile.
Crocoduck. I don't know how he got a name like that. With a bag on his head. Oh, okay. Anybody wants to believe they came from a rock, we can try to help them. Anyway, so I wrote my letter to the editor, and the people began responding. The atheists came out of the woodwork in Pensacola area and called me everything but a white boy for the next 6 months. And finally, some students called me from the University of West Florida in Pensacola, and they said, Kent, would you like to come debate our professor? We're reading all your letters to the editor in our anthropology class. I said, I would be honored. And so I had my first ever debate. There were about 1,000 people there and a bunch of pastors, and somebody videotaped it from the back with the old style camera and no microphone except on the camera. Lousy audio, lousy video. And a bunch of pastors said, wow, after the debate, they said, would you come share this information on creation with our church? I said, well, sure. I was doing handyman work, putting my wife through school and remodeling and stuff like that. So that began to slowly building into a full-time ministry over the next year of me traveling and speaking, defending the Bible as being scientifically accurate in every detail. God made the world in 6 days, just like he said he did. It doesn't work any other way. Plants breathe in CO2 and give off oxygen. Animals breathe in oxygen and give off CO2. They reciprocate the gases. How can one live without the other for billions of years or millions of years or 100 years? It's not common sense. So many plants and animals require a particular other plant or animal to survive. They're called symbiotic relationships. Just look up symbiosis. It defies logic to think that this happened independently. These evolved independently to be codependent and that it happened by chance over billions of years. If you want to believe that, that's fine. But I have long maintained now for it's been 30 years nearly, that people believe in evolution because they don't want God to tell them what to do. That's the real problem. It's not that there's any scientific evidence. They just don't want God running their life. And if that's your case and you're listening in today all excited about an atheist, going to debate me and show me the facts, please stay tuned. He'll be coming back, I hope. I hope he will.
Right.
He's sure been texting me and emailing me for the last 6 months, threatening me with a debate and challenging me. Okay, well, come on. Here I am. Here I am. We're ready to go. So you'll know if you missed a call. But people don't want God telling them what to do. That's the bottom line. That's been my experience. 48 years ago, I prayed and said, Lord, I am a sinner. Would you please come live in my heart and save me and forgive me? And he did, and began doing something on the inside of me. I spoke last night on our YouTube channel here, Kent Hovind Official, about just the seed does the work, not the dirt. Dirt is stupid. The seed comes in, does the work, grows the tree or the plant or whatever it's going to be. And if you invite Jesus into your life, he will get planted in there and he'll start growing inside of you and make you a new person. And eventually the people around you should start to see a change. If some woman says, hey, I'm pregnant. Okay, well, after a couple months, we should start to see some changes. After 9 months, we should see a baby. If someone says, I'm a Christian, but there's no change in their lifestyle, they didn't get what I got. That's for sure. Something ought to change somewhere. Show me, where's the baby? I want to see that. So and then eventually some fruit growing on that tree. So hopefully Nolan will call back, and tomorrow, Crocodile, that's at 2 o'clock Central Time, right?
Yes.
Yeah, 2 o'clock Central Time. So if you have any questions or comments for our ministry, we are in Lenox, Alabama, which is straight north of Pensacola, 70 miles. Lenox, population 35. And you can come see the old gravel pit we bought. We're building our Christian camp, science center, museum, theme park, all based on science and the Bible. We hope to strengthen your faith in the Word of God.
That's what that Blues Us Grace Hymn talks.
Grace Hymn, not yet, not too long, I suppose. Okay, well, good. So we are. That was just now answer. Okay.
So you want to pause for a minute?
Huh?
You want to pause for a minute and come back, or are you still talking?
All right, let me finish up here. So I'm just curious, if you're watching this, obviously you're interested in the creation evolution topic. There's only two options anybody's ever thought of. There is a God or there isn't. I can't think of a third option. So if nobody else can either. So if there's a God, we better try to figure out who he is and find out what he wants and do what he says. He owns this place. And Satan has tried since the Garden of Eden, when he told Adam and Eve they could be God. He's tried all through human history to divert men away from worshiping the God of the Bible. And he wants to divert you away from that. And some of the evidences they use for evolution are laughable when you stop and analyze it. We've got a couple we'll talk about here in a minute when Nolan comes on. We just finished a videotape that we produced several months ago about carbon dating, fact or fiction. Carbon dating, I did a 2-hour lecture at the University of Mississippi showing the fallacies of carbon dating. But you need to understand, that's a discount in here on that, $15 from drdino.com. You can call 855-BIG-DINO, 855-244-3466. Just matter of fact, they're not even available till Monday, but you can pre-order it. This is a sample version. In here's also another disc with 2 debates I did on internet and a question-answer session I did with a school from, I forget where it was, a bunch of middle schoolers said, can we call in and ask you questions over the phone live in our classroom? I said, well, sure. So they did, and that's all on this extra bonus disc. $15 for the kit if you want to get this from drdino.com. But even if carbon dating, I show the fallacies involved there, but even if the Earth is billions of years old, or trillions, or quadrillions, quintillions, that doesn't solve the problem. That still doesn't answer the question, where did the Earth come from? Where did energy come from? We've got it here. Something, that's Facebook. Okay. Too many buttons to push here, brother. Yeah, right. Okay. Time, getting deep, what they call deep time, millions of years, is only the first of thousands of obstacles they have to overcome. And if you watch our video number 1, do you have one of those here, brother? DVD number 1, The Age of the Earth, sitting in the pile ready to box up. There you go. DVD number 1, called The Age of the Earth, is where I cover different scientific ways to prove the Earth cannot possibly be billions of years old. Just forget the Bible, just scientifically, it can't be that old. And so video number 2 is where we talk about the Garden of Eden. What was it like? Why did they live to be 900 according to the Bible? Video number 3, or DVD number 3, I'm still old school, I guess. DVD number 3 is about dinosaurs. Where do they fit in? Well, the Bible teaches God made everything in 6 days, and this chart behind me shows that about 6,000 years ago would be the creation, according to the Bible. 4,400 years ago, there was a big flood that destroyed everything. Jesus came 2,000 years ago, and here we are today, 2,000 years after Christ, waiting to get into the end times events, what's coming next, and it's not going to be pretty. The whole seminar series is 18 hours, and it's $50. You can call 855-BIG-DINO and get that. It includes a debate I did with 3 professors at once called 3-on-1. That was fun. One little clip of that one has gone viral. Brother, have you seen how many views on that? Where did God come from?
I didn't see how many views. I've seen the video.
Okay, the professor asked me in the debate, kind of a smart aleck way, he said, hey, where did God come from? My little 3-minute answer to that has gone viral on the internet. Just Google, where did God come from by Kent Hovind. It was an answer from the Lord, I assure you. 50 million views is what somebody counted up.
Wow.
50 million.
That's awesome.
So that's on that debate. You can see the whole thing if you didn't get to see that. That's on this. Anyway, the whole set, if you want to get it $50, call 855-BIG-DINO. Now, if they go to extension 1, that you answer that or Daniel? Who answers extension?
Extension 1 is Dana.
Daniel. Extension 2 is Rhonda here, or you guys, right?
All of them are us if nobody answers.
You guys eventually answer it.
So extension 1 is Daniel for orders. Extension 2 is secretary. Extension 3 is
Extension
you.
3 is me.
Extension 4 is just general info, which has got all of our numbers on it.
Okay, so extension 4 is general info. Good. We've had trouble with the phone system for the whole year we've been here, haven't we, brother?
Yeah.
According to evolution, that ought to get better. Okay, he says not too long, Nolan. So I guess if you can be patient, we'll shut down and come back when it's actually up and running, hopefully in the next 5, 10, 15 minutes.
Right.
Be the best thing to do. Okay, and if you want to get our materials, contact the office, or you can go to our website and order right there, drdino.com, D-R-D-I-N-O. Okay, I click stop.
Yep.